What up, y'all? I'm Bokeh Bob, and today we're going to be checking out this Furycube F75, which was sent out to me by Final Key Studios. This is a pre-built budget 75% keyboard that is gasket mounted, has a tri-mode PCB, has a lot of foam, has double-shot PBT keycaps, and all the RGB you'll ever need. Don't forget, it has that knob too that we all like. Let's unbox it, check it out, and I'll give you my recommendation and final review at the end of the video. Enjoy! Before we get started, I'd like to make it clear that this keyboard was sent to me by Final Key Studio. However, all opinions are my own, and from my experience using the keyboard, I usually type and use on the keyboards about a week before making my review. Also, it would be greatly appreciated if you can like and most importantly subscribe. It greatly helps out the channel and allows me to bring more reviews like these to you in the future. Now, let's jump into it. First, when opening the box, there is a user manual and then a quick start guide. Inside the included accessories box, you'll find a generic USB-C to USB-A cable, extra switches along with a USB dongle, extra keycaps, which are the accent colors, the teal here for the space gray, and then a switch and keycap holder. And lastly, you'll find the beautiful Furycube F75 in your color of choice. Here we have it in space gray. Now let's jump into the sound test, and then we can discuss the keyboard on the back end. I feel like every week I'm getting a new and different budget pre-built 75%, each one slightly different than the other, but all having a very similar sound signature. The Furycube F75 is no different in the sound signature area. It's a full aluminum keyboard that's loaded with foam, specifically PE foam, so you get that quote-unquote thocky, marbly, creamy, I don't like saying creamy, but creamy sound signature. And it's pretty much the same across the board for all other aluminum keyboards. They may slightly differ, but in my opinion, they all pretty much sound the same. Overall, the quality of the board is really great. The coating or anodization in this case is smooth. It looks great, especially the weight, which is meant to look like copper, but it's actually aluminum. It kind of tricked me at first. At the time of this video, the Furycube F75 starts at $129 from Final Key Studio and comes in several colors, which include Moon Silver, Dawn Gold, Space Gray, Dreamy Purple, Milky White, and E-White. As far as switch options, you have three choices, which are either the HMX Lemon Grapes, Guano Matcha Latte V2s, or the Autumn Orange Sodas. All of which are linear. Well, at least I think they are. From the information I gathered, they're all linear. Now, let's jump into what I think the perks and the quirks are. Right off the bat, I will say the quality of this keyboard is really nice and hits above the $129 price range. So if you can find it elsewhere for less than $129, I'd recommend you do so. It includes the tri-mode PCB and knob, but other than that, there's nothing really that stands out as far as features compared to other keyboards. Yeah, it sounds like your typical foam stuffed pre-built, and the included stabs didn't have any weird noises coming from them. But as I stated, there's nothing else that really stands out in terms of the perk department. This leads me to the con. At this point, with the never-ending amount of 75% budget pre-builts, what can really get better? Right now, personally, I would choose the ND75 or the Rainy 75 over this board, just because the F75 here is pretty basic, and it's a bit more expensive than the boards I just mentioned. I will say I love the colors of the Furycube F75, especially this space gray one. I'm a sucker for copper. The board itself is a solid board. I wouldn't say there's anything bad or terribly wrong with it, besides it being somewhat basic. And another big one is it doesn't use via or vial, which to me, and I know to many other people in the hobby, is a no-go. Via or vial is almost must at this point. This board does have its own software, which needs to be downloaded at furycube.com. I'll quickly show it off here so you have an idea of what it looks like. And no, I didn't get any viruses, at least yet, from downloading the software. What do you look for when you're looking for a pre-built board? I would say my number one thing would be via or vial. Let me know in the comments what you would look for. Overall, I think the Furycube F75 is a solid board. If you are specifically looking to buy this board, I would recommend it, but be wary you will not have via or vial support and you'll have to use the standalone software to reprogram it. I did not try this board without any foam. It does have a flex cut polycarbonate plate and a 1.2mm PCB, so it'll most likely not sound good without foam, but you never know. If you're generally window shopping for a budget 75% keyboard, I would recommend you check out the ND75 or the Rainy 75, which are right in the same budget and offer more features and value for your money. What other budget 75% keyboards would y'all recommend? Again, let me know in the comments below. As always, check out some of my content here. Make sure to like and subscribe. And most importantly, have a good rest of your week. Happy 4th of July to those in the United States that are going to be celebrating. Bokeh Bob out.